1 2 1 2. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want me this way? DJ, volume. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Billie King Cup by Gainbridge African Zone Group 3 event. These are the promotional playoffs, and on the center court today we shall have with us two teams. The third team in that promotional playoffs is Team Kenya, and amongst the three of them we get to promote the winning team. And so let's welcome to the center court this morning, starting with Team Nigeria. Let's welcome Team Nigeria to the center court of these promotional playoffs. Of the Billie King Cup by Gainbridge African Zone Group 3. And next on, playing against Nigeria in this tie, let's welcome onto the center court, Team South Africa. The chair umpire for this match, this tie, will be chair umpire Tariq Maher. Let's enjoy the match.
Nenda kwa referee. No kwa referee. She's the one. She'll make it off. Yes. And take the others and they can go out actually. They will get out with the half. Yeah, of course. That's enough. Nachukua balls, wendo ball. Me and the coach. Sorry? Can we have the picture?
Started. Three minutes. Two minutes, ladies, 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Billie Jean King Cup. It's the first single match between right of the chair, Nigeria, represented by Barakat Quadri. Left of the chair, Republic South Africa, represented by Gabriella Bradford. Nigeria won the toss, selected to receive. One minute. Thirty seconds. End of warm-up. First set. South Africa represented by Gabriella Bradford to serve. Ready? Play. Love 15. Out. 15 all.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Billie King Cup by Gainbridge African Zone Group 3 event held at Nairobi Club in Kenya.
30-15.
This is a tie between Nigeria and South Africa. It is a promotional playoff. In this pool, we've got Team Kenya,
Correction was good.
Team South Africa, and
Well
Team
served.
Nigeria. Yesterday, Team Nigeria won against Team Kenya 2-1. And they're looking to stay on a winning streak today, and South Africa is looking to get its foot into the competitive lineup.
Out. 40-15. Forty-30. Volt. Juice. Out. Advantage Nigeria.
So a little bit about both players here. Let's get to the college story here. Talking to you today is myself, Rosemary Owino.
And Rhoda Tanui.
And Rhoda Tanui. Rhoda, what colleges, both players in front of us today, both
Volt.
representing South Africa, Gabriela Broadfoot, and representing
Game Nigeria. First game.
Barakat Kadri. What do you have to say about their college? What do you have to say about them? A little bit more?
Well, as we can see here, both, it's very evenly matched, even for the first game here. There's a bit of a range in level, you know, in the collegiate level, there's the top level, there's the mid-level colleges as well, and there's kind of the lower levels as well. But, you know, Gabriella is at North Carolina State University, which is currently ranked number 4 in the nation.
Yeah.
And she's playing doubles with a former good friend of mine, actually, great player. So that speaks volumes of the level of tennis she's capable of, and the level of tennis we're expecting to see today between the two.
Nigeria
Barakat
represented by
goes
Barakat
to
Quadritusov.
Florida International University. They're not currently ranked in the top 100 of the NCAA, but still a very, very tough school, very tough school. They have a tough conference. And yeah, expecting a really good match here.
Yeah, and I mean, this being one of the routes, the development routes we were talking about.
Love 15.
You can finish your junior career and turn pro. You've got to be exceptional to be able to do that, because
Correct.
there's still a lot of development that's required. Especially, I have to say, it might sound a little bit off here, but especially for most African players,
Well,
because they don't have that college
Yeah.
provides, you know.
I agree.
It provides a cushion
15 all.
for them to grow without the pressures of finances, you know, traveling to tournaments where you're losing first round, second round every other week, you know.
That's a great
College
point there.
just does give you that cushion. You're getting exposure to these matches, high-level matches, without really worrying so much about what you're spending every night in accommodation, you know.
I agree. I
Yeah.
totally agree. It alleviates a lot of the financial pressures.
Yeah.
And like you said, exposure to what life on the tour might entail as well, because these kids they're out there grinding.
Yeah.
They're out there on a plane each week. I remember saying to one of my teammates after my first semester in Division 1 tennis, and I said, I hate traveling now.
Yeah.
Because it was relentless. It was every week we were in a new area. Sometimes twice a week we had to be on a plane somewhere different,
Yeah.
and you're missing class, and you
Yeah.
still have to somehow catch up. Still have to be on top of your studies.
Yeah.
So what they do out there is very impressive, and it sets them up for the pressures of professional tennis, if that's the route that they want to take.
It
Because
does.
it really
Game
does.
South Africa.
Yeah.
It instills a lot of
One
maturity in
game
them.
all for South.
As you
Yeah.
can see here, South Africa has tied the first set up at 1-all.
Yep.
Barakat could not find her serve in that game.
Yeah, yeah, it's an interesting start to this very competitive tie.
Yes.
Both players are former top 100 juniors, and Gabriela, the 19-year-old, has been at a career high junior ranking of
15
97,
all.
and Barakat's 92. So look, this even the match, Barakat's 21, so that was barely like what, 3 years ago. Yeah. So, and she's been active in college, so this is going to be a very, very interesting and competitive match
Indeed.
altogether. Currently, they're both still trying to get their foot into the top 1,000 in the WTA rankings. But looking at the fact that they're both in college at the moment could very much be, she missed that drive volley there. Could be one of the reasons. I mean, it's not that easy to get back onto the Pro Tour. You're getting quite a lot of matches for your college, studying,
Yeah.
you know, not enough time to travel, but you're definitely getting a lot of matches and self-development in.
Yes.
Yeah, which is very important.
I agree.
Yeah. It's a lucky one. Bradford looking to come forward
Makes
so
that
much.
one.
Already so far, she's been in the court, coming in, looking for opportunities to come to the net. I mean, we're expecting to see a lot of that from Bradford.
Yes, she looks like she has a clear game plan.
Yeah.
To be aggressive, to move the ball around,
Yeah.
and so far she's having some success with it.
Yeah, she is. Just up.
She's not the tallest, but she packs a punch with the serve there.
She does.
Reminds
she
me,
does.
it's kind of like when we were watching Sada, for example. Sada packs
exactly.
massive punch with that
Yeah.
serve.
Great leg drive on both
Yes.
players. It's pretty strong, huh?
Yep.
I mean, the sport of tennis has become so physical,
Yes.
so it's a lot of physical and mental going on out there throughout the match.
It's a great serve right there.
Just as we were talking about that. South Africa takes the lead, holds serve,
South Africa leads
leads by 2-1 in the first set. This broadcast has been made possible by partnerships with Tennis Kenya and is brought to you by Evergreen Pictures Limited. The partners with Tennis Kenya are the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports through the initiative of Talanta Hela and Coca-Cola, as well as the National Olympic Committee of Kenya. Tennis Kenya appreciates these partnerships because they've been the driving force behind the development projects in the country throughout the year. So as much as the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports sponsors this event, this goes a long way to keeping events and projects going on throughout the year. And the support of the International Tennis Federation is also very appreciated. These ball kits are benefiting a lot from the Junior Tennis Initiative program, which is where they come from. And the Ministry of Education has supported this project as well. So appreciation goes out to a lot of people, a lot of organizations that come together to make this happen.
Yes.
Asanteni sana.
What does that mean?
Welcome back to Kenya, Rhoda.
I have to throw that in there. Come
I
on, we
know,
have
you're gonna be picking
non-Kenyan.
on this
We
stuff,
we have some non-Kenyan
By now,
viewers out there.
yes, we definitely do.
I'm just,
Have you not been watching online? All these presented countries have been speaking
Nice
to
one.
Swahili.
Huh?
Telling you,
Wow.
these youngsters they're not just talented on the tennis court. They're
They're
bilingual and
multilingual.
multilingual and I don't know, all these things. They can
Love
not
to
just
hear
speak
it.
2 languages. They're speaking 3, 4. I mean, this sport of tennis takes you places. You
Yes.
learn languages, You learn cultures. You learn people.
Yep.
Broadfoot's looking to give South Africa a head start in this tie. South Africa is that country that was in Euro-Africa Zone Group 2 last year and were relegated back down to Group 3 African Zone of the Billie Jean King Cup by Cambridge. Barakat struggling with her serve here today. Saw the same thing yesterday on the court. And pretty much got one of those a lot more rotation than there's a lot of footwork down there going on.
She's really applying pressure coming in,
Yep.
making her hit a passing shot, or I think she should have just gone right back at her there, make her maybe two-shot pass, make her hit a volley.
Broadfoot's energy down there is pretty good.
It is,
Yeah.
I have to say.
Shout out to Gabby's mom out there. I'm sure she's up and watching the match.
And we know she's a clutch player. From what I understand, she plays the number 5 and 6 position in the college.
Yeah.
And in a lot of college matches, it comes down to those positions.
Yeah, it does. And she closes in on it. It's a pretty great play coming forward again.
Yeah, that's a
She's
tricky
gonna
one. That was
keep
a
coming
tricky one.
forward in here. If South Africa wins here today, 3-0, the tie is live.
The what?
The tie stays live.
Oh, gotcha.
That is in the promotional playoffs, rather. The promotional playoffs, Kenya lost. South Africa will be looking to win here today.
So what happens if they win, say, 2-1?
Oh, they still have to play Kenya on Saturday, which is tomorrow. So it's important mostly for Kenya that South Africa wins today. Yeah. South Africa loses today, then South Africa will be playing Kenya for the 2nd and 3rd position.
Got it.
Yeah. Because Nigeria will have won the 2 matches.
Advantage, South
Nigeria will be having the gold by the end of today.
It's a back and forth deuce game. It's an important one.
Barakat has a way of just hanging in there.
Yes.
Yeah, she's got staying power. Gabi will need to be coming forward a lot more. Just to keep the pressure, take time away. Yeah, it's good return. The variety in this match is going to be great. Both girls have really good hands.
Advantage, Nigeria.
Yeah, so far we've seen a little bit of everything. You know, coming in, big hitting from the baseline.
Yeah.
A few changes of pace and, you know, a lot of variation.
We've all been honored to watch some great matches on this court this week.
I agree.
Yeah. It's been great to see.
Yes.
Joining us at the center court, there is the Tennis Kenya JTI coordinator, Veronica Osogo, who's been great shot. That's a great pass.
Yeah, it's a heck of a pass.
That's a great pass from Barakat on the run there. Veronica Osogo has been very instrumental in
2 games all.
the entry stage for most players in the country. She does a very good job in the JTI program.
Love 15.
Captains for both teams there. We've got for Team South Africa, Roxanne Clark. And for Team Nigeria, we've got Rotimi Okinloy. And to add a little bit more here is that we've been talking a lot during the week about the Grand Slam Development Fund. And Captain Roxanne Clark has also benefited quite a lot from this fund because she used to be one of the players at the ITF Center in Pretoria. Yes, it comes all around, and now she's here guiding her home country. And she was also the head coach of the ITF Center. So it's been, she's had a full career. She's had a full career, a wealth of knowledge, you know, so Team South Africa's benefited quite a lot from this very experienced captain, and it's really good. I know I'm stressing a lot more maybe is that it's great to see a lot more female captains out there with in the ladies teams, and so yeah, it looks great for the women out there.
Does.
Yes, it does. It does, especially when you get very experienced captains like this. She's had a great playing career herself. It's important for athletes' safeguarding welfare of players to always have somebody that they can talk to who might be able to relate to a certain extent.
I agree.
Yes, and having a female on board, it's not the only criteria required. However, it's very helpful that we have some women in a women's event, and we have even in the men's event. And That's why the International Tennis Federation's got that advantage all. Just to encourage inclusivity. Opens up the court very well there. And Broadfoot defends really well there.
Smart.
Yeah. Giving herself a little bit more time and forcing Barakat to go for a low percentage shot as she recovers. Really good.
Love 30.
South Africa is looking for a break here.
Out.
Barakat seems to have the tactic here. I'm not sure if it's
15,
intentional or it's a preference.
How so? How do you mean?
So I can be hitting the ball to a certain place because that's my best play. It's not necessarily because that's my opponent's weakness.
Net.
Yeah, so I'm playing with my strengths.
Yeah.
And then it's working, not necessarily because it's playing to my opponent's weakness. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so I'm loving what she's doing. I just don't know if she's doing it intentionally or not. You can see what she's doing.
Sergio.
I think she's a little bit of both. I think
Yeah.
it comes down to matchup sometimes. You know,
Yeah.
maybe the forehand to forehand battle. I think Barakat has an advantage because her forehand is a little bit more steady. Gabby does tend to, or just so far, she's been overcooking a few of these forehands.
Yeah.
But I think for Gabby, generally, the backhand to backhand would probably benefit her. As you can see, Barakat does not favor that
30,
side
40.
as much. She likes to run around and hit her forehand.
Game, South Africa.
And South Africa breaks for a 4-2
South
lead.
Africa leads 4 games to 2.
Barakat's not looking very energetic out there today.
Yeah, she might be feeling it in the legs after yesterday. That was
Yeah, that
big day
too,
for
and,
her.
and it's been a long week. If
Yeah.
you've been playing every match, every first match the whole week, I mean, this is why it's so important to have to have a team that you can rely on fully, like to have a deeper team.
yes.
Otherwise, it takes toll on the players when it's most important. I mean, look, it's important
Love
from day
50.
one.
It
It's
is.
very important from day one, because if you come out day one and it's not important, then you're not going to make it to day 5.
Right.
And if you die before day 5, then you're not going to make it in day 5. So it's just helpful, you know. It's just
There
helpful
she
to have a
is.
deep team.
She's coming alive again here.
Yeah, she's
Love 30.
trying to dig herself out, get that second wind. South African team went to the to see some Kenyan animals yesterday. They went to the park yesterday,
To the national park.
to the national
Oh,
park.
that's nice.
Nairobi being the only city with a national park.
I was there 2 weeks ago myself for
Yeah.
the baby elephant
Yes.
feeding session, and then I went
Yeah,
on a
the elephant orphanage.
yes.
Yeah,
And
beautiful.
Game
Beautiful.
So that's what I mean with
And
a
Nigeria
forehand.
breaks back.
She's
Yeah.
sprayed about
Yeah.
two,
South
three
Africa
forehands in
leads
that
4
game.
games to
Yeah.
3, first set.
Yeah, if you're visiting, I highly recommend. It was a spiritual experience.
It was. It was. Team South Africa looking nice and tall. Team Nigeria staying positive, looking to stay on top of things. Both captains Bradford just looking to
The
express
physio has been called to the court.
what she's feeling here. And the physio has been called to the court. Not sure if it's Team South Africa or Team Nigeria. Both girls look frustrated here. It's Team Nigeria that needs the physio. Yeah. Barakat's gonna need to re-energize here. He's gonna need to step up her intensity. Maybe next time Kenya hosts this, Kenya will have a microphone next to the seats.
Oh, that would be great. I love
To
when they do
share,
that in the
to
big
share.
tournaments. Yes.
Exactly, to be able to hear a word or two
Yes.
from the captains. I wonder what each of the captains is saying at right about now. And how do you get your player back out there, re-energize them, despite the doom feeling of fatigue?
Baraka getting some treatment there.
Yeah. Seems to be a niggle, the knee. Broadfoot looking ready to go.
Treatment complete.
Both players back on.
Out. Love 15.
Yeah, great depth. Bradford's looking to follow that ball in.
But you see there, she went for the backhand, and she got that short ball.
Love
Yeah.
30.
And I think in the backhand to backhand between the two of them,
Yeah.
she might have a better shot at that pattern than the forehand to forehand, because I just
Nets.
feel
First serve.
Barakat's forehand's a little bit more stable. Like you said, she has that fight, that staying power.
Yeah.
Nets. First serve.
Yeah. Bradford's got some interesting technique, definitely on the forehand. Probably
Love
the reason
40.
why she's missed quite a couple.
Yeah, she's got a big
Probably
take back.
more, yes, and then also the shoulder taping, a little bit of both.
15,
Discomfort
40.
with the high balls to that forehand.
Consolidates
Yeah.
the double fault with an ace.
Yeah.
Balances things out.
And favoring the serves to Broadfoot's forehand almost since the start of this match.
Yeah.
She's been serving wide and T-slice.
Yep.
Wide on
30, 40.
wide on loose court. And T-slice on the hard court. It's like Bradford might be standing in there, expecting it. It's coming there,
Yeah.
So it puts a
Game,
lot of pressure
South Africa.
on Team Nigeria. She's basically just
South Africa leads 5 games to
very
3.
little variety at the moment on that serve. South Africa breaks serve. And are looking to close this set.
Out 15 left.
Great
30
serve.
left.
Great serve.
She's 5'5" and packs a punch.
Yeah.
Nets. First serve.
Connects with that one.
40 love. $40-15.
Yeah, great play.
Was
Nice
set.
serve and
Coming
volley
forward
action.
again.
6
Yep.
games to 3.
And South Africa closes the first set by 6
Ball
games to
changer.
3.
She's comfortable out there
Yeah,
at the net.
yeah. I must say that set has been a little bit, Nigeria's been a little bit off there. Barakat's been almost too predictable and putting pressure on herself due to the lack of variety on the service game.
Yes. And the unforced errors
Yeah,
too, coming
and the
off her
unforced
racket.
errors.
Yeah.
Although unforced errors had probably put for both because Broadfoot's also had quite a couple of unforced errors.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody was, we were having a conversation a couple of days ago and somebody was convincing me about tennis being a game of errors. And
It is.
It is, definitely.
funny,
In a
yeah.
match like this, it's a game of errors, you know?
My good friend
Yeah.
Joe DiGiacomo back in the States,
Yeah.
he's somebody I used to hit with, and he would get so frustrated. He played football in college, so he picked up tennis a little later on, and he could never really crack the code.
Yeah.
And it would get to him because he's a finance guy, he's a numbers guy.
Yeah.
And once it dawned on him that tennis is a game of errors, I think it finally clicked.
Yep.
You know, you don't have to always try and do something spectacular.
Yep.
And more often times than not, when you do try to do something spectacular, you're
Yep.
the one who draws the error.
Yep. So you want to be aggressive. You want to look to put pressure on your opponent. You know, you want to look for patterns of play that work well for you in order to not be the guy who's always looking to hit the big shots.
Yeah.
Because those big
Time.
shots, like we said a few days ago, are the highlights of the sport,
Yes.
not the body of the sport. I mean, we play matches, we're watching highlights right now in front of us. We're watching highlights. It's not the highlights that win the match.
No.
You know, the highlights have the great points.
Those are just the moments.
Exactly,
The
they're
moments.
just the moments. And yes, the moments create the match, but you want to have patterns of play
Second
that
set. Nigeria
Are
set.
reliable, that you can
Exactly,
replicate over and over
exactly.
and yield good
Yes.
results.
it's 4-all in the third set and you can do it with your eyes
Yes,
closed
exactly.
and you know where the ball's going to go and you've studied your opponent, so therefore you know where they're going to put the next ball.
First serve.
So in this case, Broadfoot knows where Barakat's going to serve.
Yeah.
Let's see if Barakat's going to change this or not. And she's going wide. Again. And she's going wide again.
Love 15.
Where's she going to serve now?
Probably T.
We hope that she's going to
I-
throw in
but
an occasional white
She does
serve
have
here.
that out.
T-slice. So this makes it so hard for her. Do you know what I mean? Like she has to play, she now feels like she
Love
has to play
30.
impossible, you know, because your opponent is standing waiting for
Thank
that
you,
serve,
gentlemen.
you know. And sometimes it's due to technique.
I think a
know.
lot of hers is
You
due
know.
to she does have that toss that goes way inside the
Yeah,
court.
and her foot comes around, you know, so she's opened up by the time she's hitting the ball. So really, it's a slice that's gonna come, you know. And if it's a slice, it's gonna come wide. It's gonna come to the tee on the ad court, you know. So
Love 40.
Exactly. So she's gonna get frustrated, but the reason is exactly that. And you know, if she even pushes the ball here to Broadfoot's back, and she's gonna be maybe effective, you know, it's gonna come around
I think so. I
and
think
go T-slice.
she's got to
Yeah.
find a way to get to that backhand
Yeah.
and wait for her forehand.
Yeah.
Looking for that forehand, either take it inside out or inside in.
Yeah.
But
But like we said, you know, the Broadfoot's serving to Broadfoot's forehand is not a bad idea. It's just it's a bad idea because that's the only place she served the whole match. You know, so Broadfoot sits and waits for it almost every time.
Out. Love 15. Love 30.
That's great play there from Barakat. Looking to be aggressive to attack Broadfoot's forehand there.
Love 40.
Basically looking at this match so far, if Barakat would put pressure to Broadfoot's forehand, maybe a couple of high deep balls, would be a little bit of a problem for Broadfoot. It's a good setup.
15-40.
That was a good setup. Just waiting for the ball that she was going to go inside in with. Interesting. Barakat's is not in it this morning.
30-40.
yeah, she looks a little flustered.
Yeah, she's not in it at all. She's and Gabi is not giving her a chance. Shout out to Coach Prince Madema out there. He's one of the coaches along the way who've got the chance to work with Gabriela. That's how I call her, Gabi.
Out.
So he's also watching this match. Prince Madema used to be the previous development officer of East and Central African, and currently
Out.
Thierry Nwari is the development
Advantage
officer
South Africa.
for East and Central Africa. A great guy, one of the people behind Kenya's development, East African development. He must be very proud out there, having watched the East African countries top the pool that they were in at this event. And proud of Team Kenya making it to the finals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Out.
And
Game.
he's also
South Africa.
very proud to have East Africa
Leads
host
2
both
games to love.
Billie Jean King Cup by Gainbridge African Zone Group 3 and Billie Jean King Cup by Gainbridge African Zone Group 4 in the same region. Congratulations, Thierry Nwari and your whole team at the ITF for making this happen for the region.
Fault. Love 15. Fifteen all.
Team Nigeria is looking to try and get a competitive edge onto this match, and Gabi is not allowing it. He's staying steady, staying focused.
15-30.
Keeping the pressure. Barakat's not getting her feet behind that ball. She's
15,
not
14.
getting to move fast enough to prepare for that second ball after the serve. The week seems to have taken a toll on Barakat.
Game. South Africa. Leads 3 games to love. Second set.
And South Africa breaks again for a 3-love lead in the second set, having won the first set in this tie between South Africa and Nigeria. If you're joining us right now, welcome to the Billie Jean King Cup by Gainbridge African Zone 3 event held at the Nairobi Club in Nairobi, Kenya. The broadcast is brought to you courtesy of Ministry of Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports through the initiative of Talanta Hela, partnering with Tennis Kenya, Coca-Cola, and the National Olympic Committee of Kenya. Just a reminder once again that this is a promotional playoff. It was a pool of 3 countries. They each topped their pools, and they have to play each other for the winning team to be promoted to the Euro Africa Zone Group 2 next year. Kenya lost to Nigeria yesterday, 2-1. And Nigeria is hoping to win here today. Or South Africa is also hoping to win to get a chance to be promoted to the Euro-Africa Zone Group 2.
Out.
Miss Barakat staying steady there.
Off 15.
She's 3 games to love down and hoping to dig her way back into this match.
Goal.
South Africa hopes to get back to Euro-Africa Zone Group 2, as we'd said earlier, because they were there last year and they got relegated back to Africa Zone Group 3. So they're looking to get themselves back up there.
15 all. Fifteen 30.
And Kenya is hoping for South Africa to win out here today. So they have a chance for a 3-way tie.
Fifteen 40.
Broadfoot with a double fault there.
Out 30 40. Juice. Advantage Nigeria.
Nigeria is looking to get itself on the board in this set.
Game Nigeria.
And Nigeria takes the game.
South Africa leads 3 games to 1.
South Africa leads 3 games to 1 in the second set.
love 15.
It's great to see Barakat serve a little bit to Gabi's
15
backhand there.
Out.
It's still
30-15.
not very. It's almost like Gabi still has not noticed that that's Barakat's percentage serve almost the whole of this match.
40-15.
Either that or, like we said earlier, it's both cases. Barakat served there the whole match. Gabrielan's not very comfortable there. So she hasn't needed
Net.
to serve elsewhere.
Yes.
However, the scores shows otherwise. Some variety would be helpful at this point. Great drop shot, good to see.
40-30.
Good to see. It's also good to see how Broadfoot plays the drop shot and gets into the baseline, or gets into the baseline, then plays the drop shot. It's discipline. It wasn't a let, it was a fault. I mean, I know we've said this before. Barakat, that's her 13th double fault. And basically one of the two reasons is that if you're serving at the same place the whole match, there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure to come up with
Advantage,
an amazing serve because your opponent anticipates. However, I'm also not really sure Gabi has been able to really anticipate that.
Correct.
Because she's missed a lot of 400 tons, you know, and the second time she served to Gabi's backhand.
And it's almost like it works.
And it works. It works. It's amazing to see. We were all starting to wonder if that's the only serve.
When's that going to happen? Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the second time I've seen it, the whole of this match. Maybe I missed it.
Hey.
Maybe we both missed it. Yeah.
Time. $15 love.
And on the other end of things, Gabby's getting a whole lot of free points from her serve,
Yeah.
which takes a whole lot of pressure off, and she can feel like she can really go for her return.
Yeah,
30
she
love.
can. She can. She'd had 3 aces already in this match.
Mm.
Yeah.
Net first serve. $40 love.
Yeah, Gabby's looking to close this match. She's looking to keep the
Game
lead, and she
South
does.
There
She
goes her
keeps the
fourth
lead.
ace.
4th ace indeed.
South Africa leads 4 games to 2.
4th or 5th ace. 4th ace.
Out, 50 love.
Like, hallelujah. It's a hallelujah out there. Yeah, great play from Gabby.
It's a big forehand.
Stepping up,
Yep.
going for it.
15 all. Thirty, 15. Hold. Forty, 15. Net. First serve. Out to game Nigeria. South Africa leads 4-3.
Nigeria manages to hold serve there. And South Africa leads 4-3. It's actually interesting as we are discussing that is Barakat's pretty much serving to the same place. And it seems to be working.
Seems to be getting her staying in this match.
Yep.
You know?
I mean, however, there's an if that's my game plan and I'm gonna put the ball there, then I know what all your possibilities are. So I'm gonna keep putting the ball there.
To her credit, she has.
Yes, yes.
She really has.
So I know this works, so I'm gonna keep putting the ball there and it's gonna keep working.
Yeah.
And you know where I'm gonna hit the ball. I know where I'm gonna hit the ball. We all know where I'm gonna hit the ball. And I'm still gonna hit the ball there.
Mm-hmm.
Ton.
It's probably one of those where we say, wrong as this is gonna sound, that variety is overrated.
In this match,
I'm gonna get crucified for that. But
Yes.
yeah, variety is overrated. If I only have 2 or 3 and I use them very well, and that's better than 10 that I don't use well.
That was a mean kick.
15 love.
Barakat's just not moving, man. The legs have refused.
Love.
Gabby does get a good amount of variety with her serve.
Yeah.
She can place it just about anywhere in the box.
She's moving it around, and there it goes. They're moving it around.
They're moving it around,
Just
keeping
anywhere
her,
in the box.
Yes, keeping her opponent
Yep.
guessing.
Yep.
Can't
It's
really get a
good.
read on that toss.
Yeah. It's very, very good. Yeah.
Out
Great
game South Africa.
Quick
Leads
hold there.
5-3.
Love and hold. Hold it,
Seconds.
love, rather.
Yep. For a 5-3 lead.
Yes.
And a chance to break for the close of this match. There goes
Love
the serve
15.
again into that forehand.
She makes this one this time.
Yeah, she makes this one this
She
time.
makes sure of it.
Yeah. Wide.
I think chances are T.
Out. Love 30.
Yeah. T.
I think here maybe
Wide.
I'm gonna guess she's gonna keep her guessing and go out wide. Oh, body.
Oh, well done,
Wowza.
body. It's
That
on
one
his
is-
way wide, but it's
That one was,
body.
that one was
Yeah.
a little bit flatter. It was flat.
And this is good, you
Yes.
know? This is good. So she can do that. So sometimes also mental fatigue, you know? Bit
Yeah.
of mental fatigue and you really just can't see what's right in front of you, you know? Tennis is one of those games that you gotta have tactical ability, technical ability, physical ability, and mental ability. And they gotta all be
15,
rated,
40.
you know?
Don't forget emotional intelligence. I think that's a very
Yeah.
it's a very underrated one because
We throw it all under the mental ability, but yeah,
sure.
I get you. You gotta have
You gotta have
know, emotional
emotional
intelligence.
regulation
Yeah.
abilities.
you could score an 8 out of 10 in
Out.
tactical
Game.
ability. Game,
Seven
set, and match.
Republic South Africa. 2 sets to love. 6-3, 6-3.
Game, set, and match to South Africa there. 6-3, 6-3. South Africa takes the lead in this tie. And will join us back again in 15 minutes for the second match of this tie.
Thank you for tuning in for the first one.
Yes, thank you. Gabby and Roxanne, congratulations for the win. Got a quick question for you. Coming to Kenya, South Africa was relegated from Euro-Africa Zone Group 2. So coming down here, what were your expectations?
Well, from our team perspective, we just really wanted to do well. We wanted to be able to put our best on the court. You know, that's all we can ask for from our players. So obviously we want to progress through to the next round. Our goal here, of course, is to win and get promotion. But at the risk of putting too much pressure on our players, all we want to do is just be able to perform when we play.
So you were coming in to play the first match against Team Nigeria. Team Nigeria beat Team Kenya yesterday. What did this mean to you?
Like I said, I think that both teams are very strong. So like my expectations were the same. I know they're both very strong teams, and instead of like focusing too much on the other people, just more focusing on us and our team and like doing the best that we can no matter what they bring.
So what was your biggest tactical goal in this match, the very first match today?
Obviously, like I feel like I didn't play too well today. Like you don't always have like the best rhythm. So like for me in this match was just maybe keeping my head a bit together and like trying to remember that you don't always play your best tennis every match to win. Like sometimes it's just going to be horrible. So I mean, and she's a good player, but mostly like I think my serve, like taking from the serve, yeah.
Congratulations and all the best for the next matches, and we hope to see you both out here against Team Kenya on Saturday.
Oh, we will be. Thank you.
Thanks, Rosie.